Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. We are in a pretty powerful, well at least powerful for me, full moon in Libra, and I think they're calling it a pink moon. And when I think of the energy of Libra, we're dealing with balancing of karma, justice, things may be coming to light. Also with a full moon, things are always coming to light, things that might have been buried, things that need some healing. And one of the main components on figuring out figuring out what needs to be healed within ourselves is kind of getting an idea, getting a sense of what's going on around us. If I'm being triggered or things are just happening and it feels like it's kind of connected to maybe the way I've been feeling about somebody else, and then something happens to me that almost replicates kind of what I was projecting onto another person, maybe somebody from my past. I mean, that to me is like a clear sign that it is time to heal, maybe certain areas of my past, and know that it's just time to release and kind of forgive. And again, forgiveness is not about being a doormat and allowing that person to come back in and continue their ordinary behavior or whatever it is, whatever their triggering behavior happens to be. But it's really about giving yourself the space and knowing that their behavior is not even close to a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of where they are in their learning, on their timeline, and it really is just areas where they still need growth and learning. But I know it's very difficult when you are embroiled in an icky situation or something that was really just traumatic that happened in the past. I get it. This is not an easy journey, but I think the key is the intention, the want, the desire to release that energy, to release them, to cut that cord. When you have that desire, when you have that intention, you will get there. There are a lot of people that don't want to forgive. They can't forgive and they choose not to forgive. And it is a choice. God gives us free will. But eventually, you will see that when it is time, you will know, especially when you feel like you are attracting certain things in your life that is just, that it's connected to maybe holding on to that anger and not being able to really truly kind of release it and give it over to spirit. So we are still in that full moon energy. I wanted to pull a few cards. Shouldn't take too long because I don't do any sort of Celtic cross. I don't pull like 12 cards. Usually I ask spirit for maybe just a couple, 2, no more than 4. So spirit, please please be with us today in this reading. And I know that you will give us the information for somebody out there that really needs to hear it through these divination tools. So we thank you in advance, Spirit, for your consistent support, guidance, and love. And let's see what the cards have to say. Clearly, this is usually messages for myself and for anybody that happens to catch this video. And if you make it to the end and I resonate with you, you like the energy of this channel, this message, me, whatever, feel free to give a like, that thumbs up. I always welcome comments. And if you feel like this is a message for somebody you know, a loved one, whomever, feel free to go ahead and share this message to Spirit. I'm going to be very patient. I know these cards are very specific, so they don't usually pop out too early. So patience is a virtue. And the deck I'm using is called Mystic Manifesting Oracle deck. Don't know who it's by. Oh, we've got two. You know what? I'm going to take those two because I usually don't do more than 4. So anything between 2 and 4 works for me. So the first card on top is Guardian Armor. I'll show you the card. I love the illustrations on these cards. It is just, they're powerful. They're so powerful. I love just like the texture of the imagery. Okay. Guardian Armor. Create healthy boundaries and guard against doubt and fear. I hold my sacred space. You know, this really ties into the intro of this video. You know, again, forgiveness is not about removing boundaries. It's never about that. In fact, it is about creating healthy boundaries. It is not going guns a-blazing. It is not going and trashing them on social media or to your friends or just blah, 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 blah. It is not going to help your vibration. By creating healthy boundaries and holding sacred space, it is creating the space between you and your auric field and the trauma, the situation, and just kind of leaving it there, knowing that it wasn't about you being a victim. It was about you having to understand that things that are happening to you is on them. And it was never meant, although it feels like it was meant to take away your feeling of security, value, self-respect. But you can never get those. You cannot. What am I trying to say here? Those things are not meant to be to be earned or received from another human being. Your respect and security and self-assurance and value comes from spirit. It comes from the Holy Spirit, from the universe, from God, whatever you want to use that makes you feel completely connected to consciousness. And remember something, nobody can take anything away from you, because your strength and your love come from God, from the universe. Always, always, always. And don't ever think, if you are connecting with a high vibrational human being, you will be exchanging that energy of respect and self-assurance and confidence and safety to one another. But never think that if that high vibrational person the next day wakes up in a grumpy mood, and then all of a sudden there's a weird exchange of energy and it wasn't quite so high vibrational the following day, and you're just feeling a little bit distraught. Yeah, you would feel distraught, because humans are fickle. We're all a little bit bipolar. One day we're happy and one day we're sad. You know, we're getting triggered constantly. We wake up feeling great one day, and another day we don't know why we don't feel that great. And, you know, if you are relying on other human beings to fill your cup, make you feel of value, you are looking for love in all the wrong places. You are going to get a constant stream of love, of guidance, of compassion, unconditional affection and warmth from the only thing that is a constant, and that is within the Holy Spirit, within God. Again, if you're triggered by the word God, we'll change the wording. I am fine with that. With universe, with source. That is your only constant. Do not think for a minute your strength comes from anywhere but from spirit. And if you are looking to forgive, but you're finding it very hard, but you're noticing some things going on around you that are clear signs that you really need to finally let go of something that happened in the past, or many things that happened in the past. I mean, I am your sign. It is time to let go. It doesn't mean you're saying, I'm okay with what this person did. What you are saying is, this person did this thing, but it has nothing to do with me. And I'm going to release all of it. They're on a learning curve that is different from my own. I get my respect and value and love from Holy Spirit, which is within me. And that's it. I will never rely on anybody. I'm talking about bodies. I rely on Holy Spirit. And when I do that, I will receive that love, and I will then reflect that love to others. And they will feel safe around me because I am getting all of my energy from the only reliable source out there, which is source energy. Next card, guided steps. Woo. Trust the process even when your path seems blocked or unclear. I keep moving forward. Again, it all ties in. Guardian armor and guided steps. You are being guided. You are being guided to let go. And if you know you have to, but you have no idea what the next step is to finally release some shit that went down in the past, don't overthink it. Take a moment, maybe do some meditation, maybe do some breath work, and you can even just close your eyes with me right now and say to yourself, I am going to release my need to control even the forgiveness process. I'm going to allow Holy Spirit, the divine, to come in and hold my hand, and they will show me the way through nudges, through signs, through intuitive hits. I will be guided. I will be led to know how to release. I am ready to release the past. It is not serving me, and stuff keeps coming up for me, especially in recent days. And I thought I've released almost everything. Nope. I'll be the first to admit it. When I see stuff going on up and around me, I'm like, oop, I got to clean something up. I'm not going to go. I mean, me blaming my past and blaming the person or people involved in that trigger hasn't done me any good, has not served me. The only thing that's going to release this is by giving it over to Holy Spirit and just give it over to them. They know better. They know what's up. And by giving it over to them, you are going to feel led. You're going to feel guided. But it is a matter of surrendering and just trusting the process, trusting the guidance. Trust. And I know it feels almost like blind faith. You can do it. Trust. And again, I know people are like, how? Sit with me for a minute with your eyes closed. Breathe in. I'm going to trust. I don't know how and I don't feel it, but I'm just going to repeat these words. I'm going to trust in the divine will show me the steps to take to release this. I trust it will happen in the right time. I'm giving this problem over. I'm releasing my mind and releasing my heart from the burden of carrying this weight, maybe even this anger of what happened to me, because it might still be like you might be getting re-triggered because you're still witnessing it, because they're still in your vicinity, maybe not in your friend group, maybe no longer in your home, in your bed, or in your class, in your office. You change jobs, it doesn't matter, but maybe you are still witnessing it. Could be through social media. It could be just through co-parenting. It could be through some sort of obligatory, I can't, and if it is by obligation, where you can't just like really cut like an ex, because usually an ex, if there's no kids involved, you can kind of, and there's no mutual friends involved, you know, those types of situations, sometimes you can cut. And definitely on social media, you can easily remove that, like mute notifications or whatever. But if this is one of those, if they're still in your vicinity by obligation, that means that they're meant to still be there. And you are meant to heal with them still in your vicinity, because there's nothing you can do about it. So you can either hang on to the anger and grumble every time you see them, which isn't going to serve anybody, and you might get yourself sick doing it, physically sick, or you realize I have to work with this person for now, for a while, so I need to kind of like make the best of it, not just make the best of it, heal this. Heal it. I need to let them go energetically. I love this. I'm going to pull, I just got this deck. I love it, and people use it all the time. The Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I love her. It's kind of a big deck, so I'm just going to pull one because it usually has an amazing message. So let's just get the final message, which I'm sure will tie us in to this trusting in the path, trusting in the guidance, creating those healthy boundaries. But healthy boundaries is not necessarily just cutting people off. It really is, it takes some healing through forgiveness, really through forgiveness. Again, usually when I'm only asking for one card, Spirit, we ask for just one card, a message that really ties this in, that maybe help one or many people out there that are just looking to finally release burdens of the past, traumas of the past. There we go. 3 came out. I'm going to only take the top one. Let's go. What does Spirit have to say? 4th ray of harmony, number 6. Let's just breathe in this card for a minute. Wow. These cards are just vibrating for me. Look at that light coming from the heart space. This is what we want to feel. This imagery is what we want to feel when we finally release the burden. When we healed from the past traumas, past hurts, being lied to, scammed, cheated, feeling victimized. But nobody can make us feel like a victim. We are getting our power, our strength, our love from the only source that is constant. And that is from the divine. Trust. 4th ray of harmony. I'll hold up the card. Let me change hands here. The 4th ray of harmony comes to you now with the qualities of beauty, harmony, and balance. It empowers you to complete a spiritual initiation. Any conflict you experience now serves your divine purpose. Trust whatever's happening to you is what I'm saying. Trust. Trust that whatever's happening to you, as icky it might be, as triggering it might be, there's a purpose, a divine purpose behind it. It will eventually become the fuel you need to be born anew. Something negative will be transformed into something positive. Oh my gosh. The Archangel Gabriel helps you to receive the blessing of the 4th ray of harmony now. When the 4th ray of harmony is active in your life, you are approaching spiritual initiation, which creates a whole new person, a new you. Initiation may begin with feeling torn between 2 choices or realities. You may wonder if you have what it takes to get through this. You do. As you discover your strength to be patient with the process, rather than trying to force an outcome prematurely, eventually you will outgrow the conflict altogether. You're going to outgrow this conflict that you might be faced with now, that might be connected to your past. If you're if you're feeling triggered by something that is kind of a constant in your life that you just can't seem to get rid of because of some obligation, whether it's like a work thing, an ex partner where you share children, assets, something. You will have gained a positive outcome from what was once considered to be a negative situation. When the fourth ray of harmony becomes stronger in your soul, avoid becoming scattered, out of balance, or swinging from one extreme to the other in thoughts, actions, and emotions, which is exactly what was happening with me. I became this pendulum of like, why am I so angry about this situation again? Why is it bubbling up again? I thought I healed it. When I'm doing this work and I'm feeling so good, so light, so airy, and then all of a sudden, an hour later, this thing is bubbling up and I'm just stewing and pissed off. I'm just like, this is not healthy. And then something happened in my reality, my experience. I was like, oh, that is absolutely a match to this kind of erratic bubbling up that keeps coming up, and then it goes away, it dissipates, and then I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling light. I'm feeling like this, and then it bubbles up again the next day. I'm like, oh, I gotta let this go. You'll need to keep grounding yourself and being moderate rather than all or nothing in your life choices. Yes, this will create your successful outcome more swiftly than trying to force something to happen immediately. And I'm always about the now, I need it to happen now. I want to heal now. I want to get rid of this now. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So baby steps, baby steps. The challenge and the gift with the fourth ray of harmony is the increased sensitivity to beauty it engenders. Music takes on a whole new emotional depth. The beauty or chaos in your environment and even the colors you wear has more impact on you than usual. You can use this increased sensitivity to your advantage by choosing art, music, colors, and so on that feel good for you. The mainstream is still operating in a fear-based energy. With increased sensitivity, you can at times be more affected by this. If you are experiencing increased negativity, depression, doubt, fear, or emotional instability, this is likely why. You can overcome this without shutting down. When you sense it happening, respond with a loving discipline. You might meditate, journal, dance, create art, listen to music, exercise, have a bath, or spend time in nature to bring yourself back to balance. This ray has a special connection to the arts and guides you to create. You are encouraged to trust your own creativity, to enjoy it, and use it to help heal yourself and perhaps others too. When Archangel Gabriel enters your life, there will be an emphasis on the use of sound for healing and balance. So the words you use, affirmations, for example, and the invocations in this deck will be very powerful. So will music. You may use sound to help balance and restore your energy. You'll know when it has worked because you will feel happier and find life simpler. You may not immediately solve an issue, but start doing what you need to take care of yourself, knowing resolution is on its way. Yep. The invocation. If you want to close your eyes during this invocation, I'll just read. I now accept of my own free will the blessing and grace of the fourth ray of harmony. I call upon the grace and assistance of the universe and Archangel Gabriel to help me find balance, wisdom, and creative approaches in all areas of my life. I ask for unconditionally loving assistance to outgrow problems in my life. I ask for divine mercy, compassion, and tenderness to help me grow into all that I am divinely destined to be. May the art and beauty within me find authentic expression in the world. May I be held from within and grounded in my center as I approach the portal of initiation. May the unconditionally loving masters and angels that serve on this divine ray of light bring it to the hearts of all beings for the greatest good. through divine mercy, will, and grace, so be it. My recommendation with this card, if you can, tomorrow's Good Friday, Sunday's Easter. We just had Passover last night, yesterday. Take a warm bath. Take 5 minutes and breathe this imagery in. Do a meditation. If it's warm where you are and you're by a beach, go to the beach. Even if it's just to pull into the lot and go for 15 minutes, even in a very busy, chaotic day. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to do a meditation. I've been doing my Course in Miracles work. I've been pulling cards on my own, but I just realized I haven't actually, I meditate every day, but I haven't been meditating. I've been doing prayers. I'm going to do a meditation right after this video, and maybe you can too. There's thousands on YouTube. You could type in anything. I want to heal my past, guided meditation. We all want to release these burdens, and a full moon is always it's a good time at any time to release, but full moon is a really excellent time to release. And this full moon has definitely shown me this anger that I've been holding on to, me, myself, that I really thought I let go of, because I've been, I'm a fairly happy person, but some anger has been, oh, sorry, my hair is just distracting me right now. Some anger has been bubbling up, and I've been failing to see the light in the other. And even though they're clouded in darkness, I need to see the light in the other. And only see the light. And it doesn't mean messing up boundaries. It doesn't mean removing the boundaries. But there's a way to put up boundaries with grace and softness and compassion, not a hard line where you are guns a-blazing. It's just not going to work for any of us anymore. Because I'm going to tell you, life will life on you, and it will show you in 3D, tangible situation will come up that will show you, it's time for me to release this anger. You'll see the evidence, and I don't wish that upon anybody. So do yourself the favor, get ahead of it now, and make the intention that you want to release this, and you will release this once and for all. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with this if you were able to get to the end, but this is what we want, and we're going to get it. I've experienced this already. There's more to go. We are all a work in progress, but you are loved. You are supported by me, of course, but it doesn't matter by me whether, it's by them. That's the respect that you're getting from them. Even when we fail ourselves, when we make mistakes, we create self-imposed problems, it's okay. You're still loved. You're still respected. You're still adored, and don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Okay. Signing off. Bye for now. Have a blessed one.